Sometimes you can have a dream where you're participating in the dream, interacting in the dream. But then other times you can have dreams where you're seeing yourself in the dream. In other words, you're watching yourself do something in the dream. You ever had dreams like that? Well, we're going to talk about what seeing yourself versus being in your dream can mean. In some dreams, your position in the dream can be very telling. So you can have a dream where you're participating in the dream, you're moving and interacting in the dream, you are in the dream, where you may have other dreams that you're watching yourself do something in the dream. And many of us have had dreams like this, these different types of dreams where we're interacting in the dream or we're watching ourselves do something in the dream. Or you can have a dream where in one scene you are participating in the dream, but then in the next scene you're watching yourself do something in the dream. And it's the same dream, but you've switched, sort of switched positions in the dream. But why? Do these dreams mean anything? Does that really mean anything? Well, it can. And so we're going to talk about what what I call positional dreams can mean, where you are in the dream, whether you're participating in the dream or whether you're watching yourself do something in the dream. So number one, we're going to talk about participating in the dream. So if you're participating in the dream, you're moving through the dream, you're interacting with other people, and you're in places, you're very aware that you are in the dream. One of the things it could be pointing to is the dreamer's past or past actions. So it could be showing things or situations that the dreamer once experienced in their life, showing the dreamer's life events that took place throughout their life or at certain points in their life. The dreamer is feeling the emotions or effects of the past events or issues. So if you're participating in the dream, it could be that what the dream is speaking of is past events or past actions that took place in your life. Also, it could be speaking of current events, things that are happening in your dream, in your life rather right now, what you are experiencing in your life or what you're feeling in your life right now, the different things that are going on. And God could be using the dream to show you what's taking place in your life or things that you need to pay attention to in your current life. So it could also be speaking of your current life's experience. Now, if you're seeing yourself or watching yourself participate in the dream, you're watching yourself moving from scene to scene, interacting with people, this could be pointing to a future event, something that is to come, and you're seeing yourself in the future. And so it could mean that God wants you to see yourself doing something that you don't think you're capable of doing. For example, many people have had dreams that they've seen themselves standing in large auditoriums, speaking to hundreds of thousands of people. I know when I was younger, I've had dreams like that, and I couldn't imagine speaking to so many people at one time. And my thought was, why would anybody want to listen to anything I have to say? But here it is many years later, and I'm on YouTube. Many people, they come and they go, possibly, but they are hearing what I have to say. So the dream is fulfilled that I'm speaking to many, many people. So God could be showing you doing something that you think you're not capable of doing. And he does that in order to build courage in you and build faith in you. So you're seeing yourself do something. So as you see yourself do something, that will increase faith and encourage you that you can do whatever it is God is showing you in the dream. So it's letting you know, God is letting you know that this is his will for your life. And this is your future, what he has planned for you to do. And he's showing you that. So you're watching. You're in the position of watching yourself in the dream in front of a large audience or whatever it is that you're doing in the dream that you're not currently doing in your life. God is trying to build courage and faith in you so that you can fulfill your call or your God's will in your life. Also, you can be seeing yourself in the dream because God could be giving you direction as to what path you should take in your life's journey. For instance, you may see yourself in a dream teaching a class, which is something you've never ever done in real life. You can't imagine teaching anybody anything, but yet in the dream, you're watching yourself teach a class full of people. And so this could be speaking of your calling, and God is leading and guiding you in that direction of teaching. And you may realize that you have the gift of teaching or other gifts, and sometimes you may not. Sometimes we don't know all of the gifts and talents that God has placed on the inside of us. And so we may have dreams like this where we see ourselves actually doing something that we would never do or never think we're capable of doing in real life. And God is showing you, he's leading and guiding and giving you direction to go in that area of what you're seeing yourself do in the dream. On the other hand, God could be showing you yourself, or you could be watching yourself in the dream because he could be warning you of a future wrong decision. So you could be seeing yourself in the dream making a decision that has a negative outcome, and God is trying to stop you from going in a particular direction. So if you're watching yourself doing something in the dream and the dream leads to a negative outcome, then God is showing you not to go in that direction, to go in another direction. Also, God could be showing you an aspect of yourself that needs to change. So if you dream you're watching yourself in a dream, doing something in a dream, God could be showing you an aspect of yourself or your inner being where you may have issues in particular areas in your life, and God is highlighting or showing you what's on the inside of you that needs changing, and you may or may not be aware of it, but in the dream you're watching yourself doing something that you wouldn't do in real life. I've heard people who have had dreams like that where they're watching themselves in the dream do something they wouldn't do in real life. One person I know in particular had a dream where they were breaking into people's houses and robbing people and stealing from people, and and just in the middle of the night. And that shocked them because in real life, naturally, they would never ever do anything like that. Anything as bad as that or negative as that, as breaking into someone's house and stealing from them. But God was showing them an aspect of themselves that they didn't know about. They were robbing God in other areas of their life and taking advantage of people in their life, and they were not aware that they were doing it. But yet God showed them in the dream, they were watching themselves do these horrible acts that they would never do in real life, but he was showing them an aspect of themselves that needed to change. So sometimes if we're watching ourselves in a dream, particularly if we're doing something negative in the dream, God is trying to show you that, whether you know it or not, he's trying to bring it to your attention that you have this quality, or you have this going on, and he wants to change that in your life. Have you had positional dreams where you have had dreams where you actually see yourself, or you're watching yourself in the dream, doing something in the dream, as opposed to actually being in the dream? Or have you had dreams that I mentioned earlier that switches? In one scene, you're participating, in another scene, you're watching yourself. If you have, leave them in the comments section below. I want to hear about them. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this particular video. Also, if you're not a part of the Dream Team, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and become a part of the Dream Team. I don't know why you're waiting. Also, share this video with your family and friends and fellow dreamers. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so that you won't miss any upcoming videos. I'll talk to you next time.